brackets. And check this out. We're going to have this going all morning long. We already have this many brackets being filled out, and they're going by the 20s, by the 30s. Keep on signing up. This is the Tournament Challenge over there on ESPN. And I know that everybody saw the results of the bracket reveal show yesterday, but let's get to some tournament analysis with our guy, Seth Greenberg. Seth, Coach, we welcome you in. Which one seed has the easiest road to the Final Four this year?
There's no easy road to the Final Four, but maybe an easier road, and it's got to be Michigan, because JT Toppin, he's not going to be able to play for Texas Tech. They're a 3 seed. They're not a 3 seed without him. So they get that. Then they got Alabama, or they can really score, but they don't have positional size in their front court to deal with the Michigan front court. I think their biggest challenge is going to be Iowa State because of Iowa State's defense. But right now, as I look at it, Michigan's got the most manageable bracket.
Manageable. And Florida, they're a 1 seed. I don't see a lot of people picking them. Are they set up for a repeat?
I don't think they're set up for a repeat. I don't think they played all that well in the SEC tournament. I thought they struggled taking care of the basketball. They turned it over. They didn't shoot the 3 that well. Their guards didn't do the things you expect them to do. And they're going to play a team potentially at the end of that bracket in Houston, who absolutely is like a boa constrictor and just sucks the wind out of you with their ball pressure on the perimeter.
Coach, which 1 seed of the 4 has the toughest road to getting to Indianapolis?
I think it's Duke. And you say, wait a second, they're the overall number 1 seed, but they've got a gauntlet of tradition-rich programs. I think they got to go through maybe UCLA, UConn, 2-time national championship, Michigan State. They got to play the winner of Kansas St. John's potentially. So if you look at the varied styles of play and then put on top of that, they could be without 2 starters in terms of Patrick Gamba and Cal Foster. All of a sudden you look at it and say, wait a second. The gauntlet of the tradition-rich programs, 2 players out, that's a tough road to navigate. It'll be interesting to see. But they have this one guy, his name is Boozer. I think his name is Cam. He's pretty good.
Let's talk about him for a second, because for all the Peterson talk and DeBonta talk, every game it feels like Cameron Boozer is just carrying this Duke team on his back. And in this tournament, he was absolutely fantastic. Can he do it over the course of the next 3 weeks and get this team to the top? How good is Cameron Boozer?
He never has a bad game. He just impacts winning every single play. If the ball's on the ground, he's going to dive for it and pick up a 50-50 ball. The ball goes on the glass, he's going to rebound it. If you play soft, he's going to knock down a 3. You run a double at him, he's going to play out of the double team. Now, like Isaiah Evans is playing at a high level, knocking down shots, driving closeouts. And I thought Caden Boozer was terrific. The hardest thing right now for Duke is, John Shire said this to us yesterday in our bracketology show, is that originally in that Florida State game, the first game without Foster, he played lineups that he's never even practiced with before. So a lot of ways, they're a work in progress offensively. They still defend, and they're going to end up starting 3 freshmen. Those freshmen are pretty good, but they're still starting 3 freshmen. But that guy right there, Cam Boozer, he's just different. He's the most mature 18-year-old freshman I've ever watched play the game. He plays with a stone face, gets to the next play, competes, is an unbelievable teammate. How many times you have an 18-year-old freshman, when they huddle up, and Dukes are famous for their huddles at free throw lines, he's the one leading the way. The guy is incredible to me.
And he was incredible when it mattered most against Virginia. Later this hour, you're going to list us your top 5 players in the tournament. But first, I want to ask you a big picture question. Last year's tournament, we considered kind of chalky. All 4 number 1 seeds went to the Final Four. Are we likely to see more of the same this year with NIL and how mid-majors have kind of been ripped apart a bit by these bigger programs?
I think we're going to be 50-50. I think that there are certain schools that have kind of separated themselves. Michigan separated themselves. Florida for a while separated themselves. Arizona separated themselves. But there are outliers that I think are very vulnerable. I think we have a top 7 or 8. I don't think we're going to get all number 1s.
Okay. Plenty more with you throughout the show. Everybody, keep on filling out those
brackets. I can't wait to see your bracket, though.
Oh, I'm going to give it to you. And it's not going to be easy. It's not chalky, if that's the term we're using. You'll see. We're going to present it to you in a little bit. Coach, thank you.
Captures the whole country. For 1 month, college basketball unites the whole country.
Suggs for the win! UMBC makes history. You name any two teams to get to the national finals.
Shot. Jordan.
You pick them.
Now let's play some basketball. Let's go. Oh, that's a long way.
Puts it up. Chalmers for the tie. Got it. Jenkins for the championship.
Seth Greenberg back with us. And, Coach, before we get to Indy, we got to make it through the first round and the second round. Got to make it through the region. And there's always that region of doom, the toughest region. So, in your opinion, Coach, which one seed has the toughest road?
It's mind-boggling to me because the overall number one team is Duke, right? And yet look at their bracket. You're talking about UCLA, tradition rich. UConn, two-time national champion back-to-back a couple of years ago. Michigan State, January, February, March, Izzo. Kansas, will Darren Peterson show up? And St. John's and Rick Pitino. They've got to kind of navigate that type of schedule playing minus 2 starters. Because right now, they don't have Caleb Foster. They don't have Patrick Gamba. So, to me, when you look at this Duke and what they have to navigate, they're talking about, I'm a Jewish guy, tradition. Tradition, well, you look at those teams, that's tradition. Yeah. St. John's, Kansas, Michigan State, and Connecticut, that's a gauntlet of tradition-rich teams with Hall of Fame coaches that you're going to have to play really well and have to do it maybe without 2 starters.
That's the key point here. Down a couple of your key contributors, and then the road is tough. So let's get to who comes out of those regions. Who do you have in your Final Four, and who's your national champ?
I've got Arizona, Michigan State, and Houston. You say, wait a second. You've been talking all season long about Florida. But you know what? Florida has to get through Houston. And Florida struggled in the backcourt in the SEC tournament. Yeah. Taking care of the basketball, shooting a 3. That relentless defense of Houston. Michigan, their front court just overwhelms people. But Arizona's got a big-time front court. But the physicality and the depth of that Michigan front court, I think, is going to be a problem. And I just think it's going to be so hard for Duke to navigate the gauntlet in their bracket. So those are my 4, and I've got Michigan taking it down because of the front court. You got Ademar, he blocks out the sun, terrific passer. You've got Yaxel Lenneberg, he can play inside, he can play outside. He's a terrific passer, he's got a great feel for the game. Morris Johnson carves out space in the paint. Elliot Cadeau, now he's got to take care of the basketball, make good decisions. Yeah. But to me, the front court of this Michigan team is special.
How about the state of Michigan sending 2 teams, Gary, the Final Four? We're going to see if Coach is right. We'll get those answers in a few weeks. For now, though, you log on.
I do have a perfect bracket. You know that.
He does. It's perfect right now, Coach.
And in the tournament.